Hi everybody, this is Brent Peterson again with another Jamboard tutorial. This time I want to talk about sharing. So once you have a Jamboard set up and ready to go, you'll see I have one that I've been working on here in a variety of our tutorials. What I want to do is talk about some ideas and concepts behind sharing and how you may want to share. So option one, if I want to share to a large group of students and have them all work simultaneously on the same board or set of boards, right? Maybe each student has their own board in my list of boards up top or my expanded view, or maybe I have something set up like this where I do want students to work on maybe the same board or the same tile, right, or the same slide, and have a separate space on that board to work. Either way, if I want to do that, I'm going to take my Jamboard deck, and what I want to do is share it either to a group or to all my students by copying and pasting emails in, or a group that I set up in my contacts, or I can turn on link sharing. Now, if I turn link sharing on, I can share that via my learning management system, such as Schoology, and give kids the access to it that way. Once they open it once, they will be able to find it in their Jamboard app on their iPad moving forward, so they can continue to work on that if it was something that you wanted to reuse. So, when you come into creating some of these, if you have some basic template ideas that you want students to be able to reuse over and over again, maybe it's a math whiteboard and you have some placeholder text in there that you can kind of give them tips and tricks as to how to do things. You can do that, and then they can always go back in there and use it over and over again if you name it correctly and they know what they're looking for. If this was a math whiteboard, you might call it math whiteboard, and then they'd always be able to go and find math whiteboard when you want them to do so. So that's one option, okay? So option A, creating a Jamboard that you want all students to work on simultaneously, whether it be independent boards up on the top that each kid's assigned to. Maybe you assign, student A to number 1 and then B to number 2 and whatever. Or kids work simultaneously in one to brainstorm and come up with concepts and ideas or show their work. Option 2 that we can talk about now is if I were to create multiple Jamboards, because I wanted each student to have their own independent Jamboard to work on and to be able to build over time and create with. I could also do that. Set up however many Jamboards you may need for each student, and if I was doing that, I may call it, instead of demo jam as mine would be for like the whole class or math whiteboard, this might be student A, right? And once I have that, I can call it student A and then share this board with student A in my email list. They will then find the board named for them. They'll be able to go there and do that. You will have all the access to every Jamboard that you have created, obviously, as an editor, because you created it, and students would have editing access as well. Keep in mind, you will have to flip through a variety of Jamboards then and open and close, or open them in a bunch of tabs, so that way you can access and see them. Where if you have all students in one board on separate tiles, you can just flip through those boards like this. So you have to make a determination as to what is going to be best for you and easiest for you to be able to access student work. So those are some sharing ideas to get these jams that you create out into students' hands and get them working in a remote environment, asynchronously, synchronously. It does not matter, on a Google Meet or a Zoom, knowing that when they flip over to the board, you can see their work live on the Jamboard. Even if their camera is not on, you still have access to understand how engaged they are with your lesson, what they're able to show, and how they're able to kind of do that work. And if you know that, you're all set, and those virtual sessions should be much more productive for you. So hopefully you found the sharing portion of this tutorial very informative. Good luck with everything. Thanks for watching.